What's going on, guys? So today I got the ZX6R out. Figured a little bit of a change from the dual sport stuff. But first, I'm gonna stop by my buddy's shop, say what's up to the homies, and then I'm gonna take this thing out on a quick ride. It's after work, after dinner, after a long day. So I'm just gonna take it out before I go to sleep. So alright, I'm getting out of here too. Later. Ugh. The microphone be touching my lip. I kinda like it. Alright, so this is kind of like, you know, like I said, an introduction to my ZX6R. It is a 2019 ZX6R, non-ABS, gray. I don't know what kind of gray they call it is, but it's gray, silver, or whatever you want to call it. It has the Kawasaki Performance Package, which I didn't know was a thing until after I bought it. And it's actually, I'd say it's a pretty cool package. I don't know how much it was at the dealer, because I did not buy it new. Seeing as how it's 2014, this is 2019, I obviously didn't buy it new. But it comes with an Acropovic slip-on muffler, and it has a little tag that says it's designed for the ZX6R. I don't know, it makes me feel cool, it sounds good. I'm cool with it. It also comes with tank grips. I don't know if you can see, but it comes with like little Kawasaki tank grips, and it had them on the sides as well. I put different ones on just because I didn't like them. They were called tank grips, they had no grip. I figured I'd try tank grips out because it was hard for me to keep myself up. Tank grip, the aftermarket grips worked way better, so here we are. It also came with frame sliders, some axle stubs, I'm pretty sure, and I think that's about it. But this slip-on pipe is like perfect for me. But yeah, this slip-on pipe perfect for me. It's not crazy loud, it's not quiet, it makes a good sound, it's not gonna like piss anyone off. People can still hear you. Like, it's not crazy quiet, but it's not crazy loud, and I really enjoy that. I don't like making a whole bunch of noise, but at the top end, in like the top 2,000 or 3,000 RPM, it does sound a little choked up, but I feel like that's just the nature of these bikes anymore. They try to squeeze so much performance out of them, and then to get them street legal, they get choked up with emission stuff. That's just kind of how it is. So having it choked up the last couple of, or choked up sounding, it doesn't feel choked up, it pulls just fine. But having it choked up sounding the last couple thousand RPM, not a big deal to me. It kind of sounds like a hairdryer, and from this point of view, I had my buddy that I was just visiting rip the bike through a couple of gears kind of far away from me, and it sounds very good. Not crazy loud, not quiet. You know, way better than the stock can that comes on these bikes, but no, we got a bunch of gravel at an intersection. no, I might panic and drop my bike. It's like... But I really wanted a 2019 to 23 ZX6R. I didn't care about the colors, but I really didn't want green, which I get it. I know it's stupid to not want green when you're looking for a Kawasaki, but I got a bad history with green bikes. I feel like they're bad luck for me. You know, everyone has those things, those little things that you avoid just off of past experiences, like colors and, you know, even brands. Some people are super brand loyal. I'm not. I've owned Hondas, I've owned Yamahas. I did kind of like my Yamahas the best, but I'm not like, oh, I'm only going to own a Yamaha. But even though I had a bad situation with a Kawasaki bike, that was a dirt bike. And the situation was that it blew up or spun a bearing or something. It stopped running an hour after I bought it, and it had 20 hours on it. And it wasn't ridden as a full race bike. It was some kid's like trail bike. Obviously it wasn't a kid and it wasn't full of trails, but it was a KX250, like a 2020. And I went out, everything looked fine on the bike, sounded great, everything was beautiful on the thing. I went out and used it, and the thing locked up and died on me 4 miles from my truck. And I had to push it 4 miles back to my truck in Jersey sand. So got rid of that thing, but it only lasted an hour for me. Almost ruined dirt bikes again. I was just getting back into them, and I was so over everything with dirt bikes after that. But that's how I ended up picking up my dual sport. I wanted something reliable and figured might as well get street legality out of that as well. A cyclist. A cyclist that is veering out into the middle of the road as I am coming up. What a nerd. Get a motor. Alright, I'm probably gonna quit yapping until this road's done, just because it's a nice road. I'm definitely glad that I went with a 636, because you could be chilling at 6,000 RPM and you still have low-end grunt to the bike. I know comparatively it's not a lot of low-end grunt that was 6,000 RPMs, but I'm talking about to like other 600s. You know, I've ridden other 600s where it's just like, you got nothing and then all of a sudden it's a light switch past 11,000 RPMs and you got everything. And that's cool, you know, that's cool if you're going to be using it that way, and every bike has its advantages and disadvantages, but for street riding, it just, I don't know, doesn't do it for me. I don't want to have to scream the bike out everywhere I go. Which I know is counterintuitive, because that's what you have to do with these bikes, but let me enjoy this thing how I want to enjoy it, you know? If I want to cruise around low RPM just to hit some twisties, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not a very top speed, high power oriented type of person. I want to have good suspension, good tires, be able to hit twisties, and old sport bike. I'm going to try out a new route. I've been wanting to go this way for a while, and I think it leads me to somewhere that I can use all of the power of this bike for a gear or two. And that sounds really good to me. A little bit of like a bridge tunnel action. Don't mind if I do. there's a park there. Now I do. Alright, I'm going to turn traction control up a notch. I can't. I don't think I can do that when I'm moving. Anyway, let's see if I can be able to use a decent amount of this bike. I usually don't mess around in first gear too much. Wow. That is all that I could say.